What's up everybody, my name's Elijah, welcome back to my poker vlog. Today's video is going to be the first session that I recorded over a long period of time. I took about a 4-month break from playing poker and just studied the game completely. I was a losing player really badly. But we're gonna try to fix that this session. I didn't end up recording a lot of the hands because I just bought a new GoPro and it wasn't working properly, so I apologize for that. I caught most of the hands though, so let's get right into it. We start off today's video making our way into Morongo. This is where I normally play, it's the closest casino to me, it's where I'm most comfortable. We sit down at the 1-3 game and we buy him for $300, which is the max. We're making some money today. Currently, we're on like a 6 or 7 day win streak with the $5,000 upswing. Let's mix it up. First hand we're gonna look off today, I didn't actually end up recording. It's gonna be ace queen offsuit. This is right when we sit down. We got about $300 in our stack. We're in the big blind and we got 5 limpers to me. You know it's time to raise. I make it $12, under the gun +1, limp raises to $30, and mid calls, and I call. Limp raises are scary. Don't know what to do against them. If you guys have any idea what to do against the limp raise, please let me know because I'm at a loss. Flop comes down the 2 of spades, the ace of heart, and the 4 of hearts. I check it over to the initial raiser. He makes it $50, mid calls, and I end up jamming on him for $265 total. Both of them end up folding. The reason I jammed there was because when I was looking at him, the bet didn't seem very strong. I sensed weakness and I went with it. That's what I do, guys. Join the Watts Tots. Next time we're going over, we got pocket 9s. I've got about 450 in my stack. We're in the big blind again, and then we got 4 limpers to us. You know, we're gonna raise it again. I make it 20 to go, and 2 people in a mid position call. The flop comes down queen jack 5 with 2 diamonds. I see bet to $20, and we get 2 callers again. The turn comes kind of gin for us. It's the 9 of spades. Under the gun goes, I'm not in trouble anymore. This is worrisome to me, but I'm not really sure what to do with that information. I just hit a set, he could have hit a straight. I don't know, I'm gonna bet anyways. I make it 50 and they both fold. If we could do this all night, it's gonna be easy money. I put in my notes, one of them ends up telling me he had ace 8 and the other one I think had maybe a jack with an open ender. I'm not really sure. In this hand, we got queen jack offsuit, we got 500 in our stack and we're under the gun. This is still pretty early on in the session and I wasn't sure what the raise sizes were. So I make it $12 and we have 4 callers. Looks like we're gonna have to start sizing up. Flop comes down queen high with 2 clubs, so I do have the jack of clubs and top pair, and also some backdoor draws. It's not the worst flop in the world. I bet $30 and the 2 players behind me call. It checks to me, I make it $30 and the 2 players behind me call. Turn is a 3 of spades. I'm first to act and I make it $75. Mid folds and late position ends up putting his whole stack in there for $60. He's all in, I cover him obviously. We get $15 back. Let's go. Discount, baby. The river comes to 7 of diamonds. I think he hit his flush. He said he had an open ender, but I win a nice pot, putting me around $670. Right at this time, the floor comes over and asks me to stop recording, so I sneakily record. If I miss any footage from here on out, it's the floor's fault. We're on a hot streak. We've already more than doubled up. Let's see if we can keep going. We're in late position. We got pocket jacks. Middle position makes it $20. I'm gonna raise him. I make it 60, folds all the way back to him, and he ends up putting in his whole stack, which is a little less, so another refund for me. The flop comes down ace high. I think we're not good here. The turn is a 10, maybe. The river is an 8, and he flips over ace king offsuit. Good hand, man, good hand. Here we got ace queen off again. We got about 600 in our stack and we're in late position. Everyone limps to me and I make it $15. We get 2 callers. The flop comes down ace of spades, jack of spades, 7 of diamond. Big blind checks it to mid position who donks $15 into me and I don't know what he's got, but I got a pair of aces and a queen kicker. I'm not going anywhere, buddy. Big blind ends up folding. The turn is the queen of hearts. Now I have 2 pair. He ends up checking it to me. He doesn't seem super strong, maybe some type of weak ace. I make it $25 and he snap calls, so I'm putting him on exactly that. The river is a 10 of clubs, which is an awful card. There's a 4-liner out there and I've only got 2 pair. What to do here? He thinks for about 15 to 20 seconds and ends up checking. And now I have to think of whether I want to make a really small value bet or check it back. He could totally have a king here in this spot. King, queen, king, jack, king 10 even, I don't know. Like I said in the beginning of this video, we're here to make money. We're betting. I throw out 1 green $25 chip. He looks like he's in agony. I think I have the best hand and eventually he calls. I show it and I'm good. Here we got pocket 6s. We got about $750 in our stack. We've been winning a few hands here and there and just chipping up. I'm only really recording the big ones. We're in middle position, under the gun straddles, so I make it $25. We got 3 callers. The flop comes down king deuce 4 rainbow and it checks around. I didn't love seeing that king high flop. The turn is a deuce, so now the board is paired. I think I have the best hand here. Checks to me, I make it 40, and the button ends up calling me. The small blind folds. The river's a blank 5. I end up thinking for a bit, and I make it $70. He tanks and says good hand and folds. 6s for the winces. This next hand is a complete doozy. If you don't believe me, just stick around and wait. We've got $930 in our stack at this point. If we were to leave the casino right now, we would be on a $6,000 upswing. If we lose all this money, we're gonna go back down under 5,000. So we gotta play it really careful here. We're in under the gun and we got pocket nines. Love this hand. I throw in a $25 chip and say 25 under my breath. The player on my left ends up putting in one green chip, signifying a call, but he's only calling $3. Apparently he didn't hear me say 25. I look at the dealer and I said 25. The dealer looks around and said, did anyone hear him? Everyone says no. Awesome. Looks like we're limping with pocket nines under the gun. Yay. The button ends up limping in as well, so we're going three ways to a flop. It comes down 8-7 queen rainbow. Not the worst flop for pocket nines, not the best. I make it $20. I'm a little bit tilted because the guy on my left is kind of being a dick about the situation. But I'm sportsmanlike, so I'll play it off. After I put in $20, he makes it 40. Min raise? I don't know what to do with that. The button ends up calling and I end up 3-betting to $120. He ends up snap calling me with about 150 left and the button ends up folding. The turn is a jack. I now have a gutter and a pair. I don't know what to do here, so I just jam. He snap calls me. He must be good. The river is a 7 and he says full house. This man had 8-7 offsuit. Here's what I wrote in my notes. I'm gonna have to bleep some of this. This hand was very frustrating. The dude on my left was about how I didn't say anything when I told the dealer I said 25. Then he beats me with some that should never have been playing, and I say as a joke, I said 25. The whole rest of the table laughs, but instead of him laughing, he says, no you didn't. I say, check the camera as a joke. I'm still joking, like smiling and stuff. He's just being a douche. He says, you check the camera, all hostile. I literally pulled up my camera and said, you mean this one? He didn't realize I was filming, and he goes, oh. This is what I said in my notes. He was being super hostile and pissing me off. I wanted to beat his ass, to be completely honest. I told him to clean his ears. You already won all the money, why are you Yeah, I was a little upset. We're not gonna let that get to us though. We're gonna keep playing nice and strong here. Luckily, he didn't have more money or we would've lost more, so it's a good thing. We're still up for the session, so we can't be too mad about it. In the next hand, we got ace king offsuit. We got about 650 in our stack and we're in under the gun +1. I bet $20 and mid calls. The flop comes down king high with 2 diamonds. We got top. I bet $10 and he calls. The turn is an ace, so now I got 2 pair. I check and then he checks. It's tough when you got basically the whole board locked down and you know you're not gonna get any more value. The river comes down the 6 of diamonds. I bet $25 and luckily he calls. Obviously I'm good. Maybe the check back worked. Maybe he had ace 6, king 6, something like that. I don't know. We're gonna pretend it worked. This hand is another doozy. In this hand we have 9-7 of diamonds, we have 760 in our stack, and we're in late position. We got 1 limper to me, I make it 12, and the button 3-bets me to 35. I end up calling. The flop comes down deuce 6 with 1 diamond. I think about what to do here. I think the best option is probably to donk into him. So I throw in $35 and he ends up calling. I really feel like he's not very strong in this situation. This player was only re-raising when he had big cards, and this hits my range a lot better than his, even though he's on the button, specifically because he's only playing big cards. With that being said, the turn comes an ace. Damn it. I check and he ends up betting 65. I think about what to do here. He surely could have hit this ace, but another part of me is saying, maybe he's got a pocket pair. Maybe he's got 10s, jacks, possibly even queens. I think this ace could be really good for me. So I decide to re-raise. I make it 155 and he ends up calling. Not a good sign. The river is a queen, and for some reason, I end up betting into him. I put $180 into there. He agonizes for a sec and says, if you have it, you have it, and makes the call. I say you're good and muck, and he shows ace king. I wrote in my notes, this hand was really terrible. He floated on the flop and got there. I knew he wasn't super strong, which is why I did that, but he was really sticky. Quite unfortunate. It's pretty tough. Right after that hand, I lost another all-in with a short stack for about 140-ish when I flipped top pair. He was a lot of action, could be going all in with anything. I have to add back on for 100 to put myself at 300 again, so now we're in for 4. My stack is slowly dwindling down. I got about 235 left, and I end up going all in with queen 10 of hearts against pocket 10s. We end up losing. So we buy it back in for 200 more. That puts us at 600 total for the session. We cannot lose any more money here. This hand is absolutely crazy, and you'll see why. We built our stack back up just a little over 400. We're in under the gun +2. We got king 10 of diamonds. We're making a bet. I make it $15. We get 1 caller. Min makes it $40. I call, and player on my left ends up calling. The flop comes down queen of clubs, jack of hearts, and 2 of diamonds. So we got an open ender and a backdoor diamond draw. It's actually a pretty good flop for us. If I end up hitting something, I could really get paid off here. I end up checking, the player on my left ends up checking, and then middle position ends up raising to $45. I think about it for a second and I make the call. Left ends up calling too. The turn is a 6 of diamonds. I pick up a lot of equity here. I now have the second nut flush draw with an open ender. This is a monster draw. I check again, no need to bet here. Player on my left ends up checking, and then middle position ends up betting $130. What do I do here? If I call, I only have $250 left. I'm on a huge draw. I don't want to miss something and get spooked off my hand here. I only have one option. I need a jam. So it's what I do. I throw in my whole stack in there. I jam for about $280. The player on my left snap calls me for less, and the initial raiser ends up thinking about it for a while, lets out a big sigh, and ends up calling. Please let us spike it one time on the turn. It comes a king of spades. Oh God. Well, we got a pair. I end up telling them good hand, flip over my cards, but they're not flipping their cards over. I'm looking around wondering what's going on. Did I just win this with a pair of kings on the river? The player on my left flips over ace jack of diamonds. Holy moly, glad a diamond didn't hit. And player in mid position who stacked me earlier said he had a straight flush draw, and this guy had about 1K left in his stack. I got so lucky and we took down $1,000 pot with a monster draw. Thank you, poker gods. This is the last hand of the night. We got king jack of diamonds. We got just under 1K in our stack. Oops, I mean just over $1,000. We're in the small blind. There's a straddle under the gun, a couple people limp, and I make it $25. We get one caller. The flop comes down, queen, jack, deuce with 2 clubs. I think for a little bit, I bet $25 and I take it down. At this point, we win a couple, we lose a couple, and it seems like it's time to leave, so we get out. Feel my heart beat out my chest. We cash out $12.58. That gives us a positive $658 towards our upswing, making our goal of getting back to even possible. If we can just have a few more sessions like that, we're gonna be there in no time. But that was a super swingy session. I got really lucky and I couldn't be more happy with the outcome. That's gonna be it for today's video though. If you guys have any tips for me, any tricks, anything you wanna share, leave it down in the comments. I love hearing what you guys have to say. All of my new subscribers, welcome you guys. Welcome to the Watts Tots, join the family. That's gonna be it for this one. Next few videos are gonna be from Texas Card House. We flew to Austin, Texas and had the meetup with Brad Owen, Andrew Nemi, Doug Polk was there, and Next Gen Poker. It was a lot of fun. The sessions were insane and I cannot wait to share that footage with you guys. That's coming next. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment and like the video and maybe even drop a subscribe if you're not already. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.